Hello YouTube, so I hope you enjoyed my show today. Hello again. Sorry, somehow one thing we had to upload twice today, so it's Phantom Events. It's another side set. The decks it's gonna be sort of what we call a late bloomer. The decks are not there yet, but give them time. I think they will be there soon. There are 3 decks, but they've got quite different mechanics. It's quite weird how they all do it differently to each other. Okay, so we've got the Idioclave, Hicker Hands. The Hicker Hands are Illusion, Dark, Light, so they are Chaos Fiend, you could say. There are 5 main deck monsters, 2 fusions, 2 spells, and 2 traps. The 2 traps are 2 counter track cards, and they both do the same thing. They both negate. One negates monster effect, one negates spells, and one negates traps. So these 2 cards here, basically, one summons one from the deck, one searches a Hicker Hand from deck to hand, spell from your hand. Yep. This is sort of a hand trap to speak, kind of. It's a bit weird. Basically, this card works. If the opponent sends a card to the grave, you can special summon this card from your hand, yeah, and then you can look at the opponent's card top of the deck and stuff. Okay. The idea of this deck, basically, they like to use opponent's monsters as graveyard or opponent's father, trying to get on the opponent's side onto your side of the field, and then you make your fusion with this big guy here. This fusion basically can search any Hicker Hand card from deck to hand, and then you can also, which is quite cool. You got this boss monster too, but he's quite hard to get out. You won't summon him very often, so these 2 spells are quite good too. This one searches, and you can set a Hicker Hand spell trap from your deck, which is quite cool. So you can set the quick play. The quick play is the fusion spell, and also can be your move at the same time. Okay. Which is quite good, and also this one has effect. They can discard a card proposed. They can draw 1, discard 1, so that's what makes this card live sometimes. So it really depends. They're all level 6s, so there's no normal summon. Decks you could do this with. You could do it pure with Fiendsmith. You could do it with I'm doing it with Illusion, with like a Chimera and Fiendsmith list online. You could do like a Brander list, because all these are dark and light, so you could do a Brander list, will be quite cool. Like a Branch Joel sort of list, like a Branch Fusion sort of list, be quite cool with the Chimera sort of engine and stuff. You can't really do a Draco Tail version with this, because it won't work. Okay. This is the This is the Idioclave. Idioclave are a pendulum-based deck, but they don't like the pendulum summon. So what I mean by that is, basically the way they work is, I feel my monster, I put it face down. I feel my monster, I put it face down. That's the kind of idea of this deck, okay? The red ones, the red ones basically search the deck. Basically, you choose 3. Your opponent chooses 1 and stuff. It's random, so you have to go jump. Then you got a field spell. So these searches. Then you got floodgate cards, kind of that flip some of the opponent's turn, stop them doing things and stuff. And then you got a field spell, which makes them. A field spell counts how many flips you've done and stuff, makes them do an opponent's turn and stuff. And basically, if you get so many counters, you can win the game. Okay, you can win the game by doing so much damage. So let's say let's say you got 7 counters, you do 1700. Okay, that's the idea of this deck. So over time, you can get more and more counters, and BAM! It hits you. Okay, you got a spell card too, which brings them all back to your hand and stuff, and you got to keep on the eye of the counters and stuff. So this deck's gonna be it's a nightmare to play against. Okay, this is one of those decks. It's absolute nightmare. You don't know what to do. It's one of those decks. It's really freaking annoying. Okay. And they all have Sierra, so you can't pendulum summon. They're all face down flip, and they all let themselves to face down special summons and stuff. So, the final deck, and the deck that has the best potential in this format, the one I might be playing, or the other one, is Killer Tunes or Kill Tunes. There were 4 tuners, okay? They're all 4 tuners. Basically, level 2s get to level 3. Level 3s get to level 2s, okay? Quite simple, okay? And you got 4 synchros. Okay, well, one trap. The level 2 get to each other, yep. Then level 3 get to the others, okay? You got 2 guys from the deck, which converts to 1 for the deck. Then you synchro from, 1 conversion. The level 4, basically this one here, first 2 characters from the deck to ham. Then you got 2 level 5. One kind of a floodgate. Sumo floodgate. Basically the highest level if it's 1700 or more or something. Basically, if you play against Rigel, you can use this card to play against them to make rank 4s not possible, to make rank 5s and stuff. This one is your negate, which is quite cool. You just have a Killer Tune card in your graveyard. Yep. And this one is, it changed like positions and stuff. Not the best one. 2 spells are quite good too. So one's a quick play. One can basically Synchro Summon when you play it, which is quite cool. So you search one, then you Synchro Summon from your hand, which is quite nice. The field spell basically gets your Killer Tune from the deck for your tuner, which is quite cool. And then you got the 2, and it locks you to synchros only. So locks you to tuners only. So you have to figure out what synchro tuners there is in your deck. There's also this one here lets you synchro summon on the opponent's turn, which is quite cool, and strike the opponent out the card out the edge deck, which is quite cool. It's random, so you don't know what you're gonna pick at the end of the day, but it could be quite interesting what could happen. Okay, you got, and the trap is quite cool too. The trap lets you reborn one and then synchro summon afterwards. So that is quite interesting to say the least. This deck does not really have a high ceiling, but it can make quite, and you're getting more support over time with this deck. So again, that's the full deck. It's the full one. So this is what they'll look like when you buy them on kit con cards. So they range in. So you got a £70 one, £105, and then 160. You can do it over it too, so you could do like the rare ones, and then you just get them over time and stuff. So it depends which one to do with these decks. So I would say the best advice for this sort of pack will be to go for the Killer Tunes or the Hecahan sort of stuff. I'm not a big Idiot Craft sort of fan, because even though it's a Pendulum deck, I'm not the biggest fan of this specific Pendulum deck, because it's not a Pendulum deck in my eyes. There's no Pendulum Summon, so and you can't mix it with others. So with Killer Tunes, you can play pure. I'm playing with Canines. If you want to level 5, if you have 2 level 5 for the synchros, you can make 2 level. You can make it you can make it into a K9 if you want to. Yep, if you want to, but it's optional. There's loads of options for these sort of decks and stuff in general. But these decks are not going to be best out of the set, so you're going to have to get stuff, I think, to make it better, or going to have to wait until Burst Protocol, because there's some cards coming out. There's a new synchro for this deck, level 7, which basically can do negates and stuff, which is quite cool. And you got a new quick play, which is quite cool, called Nightmare Hands, which is quite cool. And then you got Thief for this one, which is not so great. So, yep, and stuff. So, and thank you. It was con cards today. Yep, because it's not out. It's got a bit delayed. This set, since it's not going to be out until it's got delayed in America, and yeah, in America in general. Yeah, we're still getting it, but we're not getting it till, we get it tomorrow, and we hit here today, and then in America we're not getting to like the 19th. Okay, so, okay, I hope you enjoyed the show today. Subscribe, watch show. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, I didn't do very well at the locals last week, but hopefully I'll do better on Sunday. Yeah. one of the few last ones. Yep. So I hope, and then hope, wish them luck, but this deck won't be allowed in a remote YCS. So yep. Okay. Hope you enjoyed the show today. Peace, everyone. Good luck and doing, everyone. So yep. Thank you very much. Peace, everyone. Good luck and doing.